build something better for the future. Our children and our children's children. Let go. I could talk about back in the day. What's happening, B1 family? It's your boy Big Dick. Welcome back to My Black Universe. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. We're feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you? If you know what song that comes from, put that in the comments below. So first things first, last month I was supposed to do a compilation of careers we can get our young men into because we want our young men being financially viable and being able to lead so our young sisters can have somebody who's going to lead them somewhere, not somebody who's going to be sitting there laying up and they're looking at each other crazy going nowhere. We don't need that no more in our community. Not saying you can't work at 7-Eleven, whatever, you're trying to get to where you're going. I've done it. You've done it. I worked at a 99-cent store when it was still around. I worked for Walmart as a cart pusher. All that's fine and dandy, but we need to get our brothers into positions and careers where they can, you know what I'm saying, ascend. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want, look, do you really want your daughter? I should know better about them. Be my family. Y'all have to forgive me on this one. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this on do not disturb, so I don't hear no notifications. This should be the last weird sound coming out of the speaker. So, but you don't want your daughter laying up with a dude who can't buy toilet paper. You don't want that. I have a daughter. I don't want that. And I don't want my sons trying to be with nobody's daughter and they can't buy no daggum toilet paper. So we're going to show you a couple brothers who are killing it, and they are home inspectors. So these are the people that inspect your home as it's getting built. Throughout the different phases, you can pay them. They come out and they look for things. Or if you're finna buy a new home and you're like, I don't know, you finna spend that bread because you know homes will cost way more and you get a lot less. They be on it. So the first brother I know of, this is when I first started noticing there was brothers that did this. I didn't even know this was a thing. Was this brother right here at Gold Star Inspections? This is Mr. That Ain't Right. That ain't right. And this brother is in Texas inspecting homes. He be out there. He got a fee that he does. He charges. He'll show you what it is, what it ain't. We're gonna look at let's look at some stuff. Let's get some volume on it.
And tape, the Teflon tape on here to cover up the gaps, because there's gaps in there. That pocket former should look like this. It should be no gaps between here and there. You didn't know we had a phase 1 inspection. Let me show you what we're looking at. There are a good bit of damaged chairs. Did say a good bit. Trust me. And I'm not a fan of the Teflon to cover up these strands because that's how they do it. Poor job. I'm looking at this pad. You see how it's sunk in right here? It goes down. It should be even. Again, same thing right here. Goes down. Okay, this is something I haven't pointed out. This is a UFA rod. And so it goes down in your slab. See, it's connected to the rebar in the slab. I know y'all say, well, what does it do? It's a method for grounding your electrical system in the slab. You got one outside too, but you also have one called a UFA rod that's inside your slab.
So that's that brother. He's a little bit older, but you also got a younger brother. Inspector Knight, he's in the DFW area. And I do mean he's a younger brother. See him right there? He be doing his thing. He show you the prices of these daggum houses.
Here, not here. I just want to open it to test it, but the whole thing comes up out the floor. No way to change the speed to the ceiling fan because the chains aren't even installed.
It says GFCI, but it ain't tripping.
I hate these stalkers with a passion. It's too much work. We got a broken window seal already on a new construction. Whenever they're sealing the windows, I never understand why they install the caulking over loose pieces of mortar. See? Now it's open.
Standing water at the sidewalk area. Oh, shoot. I almost fell. This tree bubbler looks great. This one needs to be adjusted. I wouldn't even survive off this. Water pressure should be between 40 and 80. It's at 100. This is damaged.
Got bugs in the house, but obviously they're coming in because we got gaps at the entryways.
Downspout missing components. This is loose. Here's some hinges. This is loose. Cracks and damages at the
817 grand. But we have brothers that are doing this. So if you got a nephew, cousin, whatever, man, I don't know. But he got an eye for things. He got an eye for detail. This might be something you want to get into. Do your research. You got ChatGPT, Google, and all that stuff. Do your research to figure out how to get into it. Might want to reach out to one of these brothers in the DMs on IG. This is both their Instagrams. So there's opportunities. I'm going to make sure to try to at least once a week share some of these opportunities and share some of these not so known jobs that are boring, but they pay good. You can make good money. For those who want to know, most of the boring jobs where you do the same thing all the time, every time, is going to pay you better than those quote exciting, flashy things you want to do. The fun stuff, but you don't pay. The monotonous stuff, electrical work. Whether you in the trade, whether you're doing electrical, carpentry, plumbing, roofing, HVAC, you laying concrete, you're a mechanic. What I do, it's boring work. It's frustrating work, but it pays better. That's boring work. He get on the roof sometimes. You got to get in the roof, get in the attic. You doing a full search, but you got that invoice. It's on the way. And when your work's quality, people, they look how many homes. Look at that. Look at this. When your work is quality, it speaks for itself, and people gonna hire you. You're gonna, hey man, before I spend $930,000 on a house, hey bro, I need to know what's going on with it. This brother, multiple properties, so there's money to be made. All right, and we're gonna show that. That's what we do. That's what we do. And then also another thing we need, most definitely need, we need to start getting some of my brothers and some of my sisters into this. A licensed professional appraiser. These are the people that come evaluate your home. Y'all know, y'all seen these videos where brothers and sisters, they be having homes, they try to get it appraised, and they come through and devalue by $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. And they get their white friends to come in and post up, take all the black pictures out. They're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is $1 million home. But they appraise it for the black family about $400,000, $500,000, cutting us out of our wealth, out of the equity. We need this too. So these are these odd jobs and these odd opportunities that we can get into, that we need to get our young folk into now. So when we got homes and stuff, we need to get appraised. We can pass that wealth down to our children. The equity, we can take that, leverage it, and do what we need to. While we are fighting for reparations, we also need to be doing this, because when we get it, we want to have our people in place, our FBA brothers and sisters in place, where we can work together and circulate our dollars back into our community. Hey, I'm gonna hire that young FBA brother. Hey, I know you do good work. What's your fee? I got it. Your reparations, I got it. So here's your fee. I'm gonna pay your fee. Send the invoice over. Now I can do what I need to do. So yeah, these are some opportunities I would love to see more young men get into, and some sisters get into this. All right, because it's gonna be excellent to have you in it, doing it. I can see one of my lovely B1 sisters and one of my thorough B1 brothers in there doing the damn thing. That's what I want. And I know everyone has seen the movie. Well, not everybody's probably seen the movie, but I haven't seen the movie yet, MJ. But I found this interesting because, they try to demonize our brother Michael Jackson, and this sister was around him on tour.
To say out loud, but so I spent the majority of my childhood on tour with Michael Jackson, which is crazy to say out loud, but like kind of cool. My dad was a background singer for Michael Jackson for all of his tours, his solo tours. So starting with Bad in 1987. Ooh, y'all gonna eat me up in the comments. I don't remember. Was I 3? Y'all tell me in the comments what year that was, because I'm not 100% sure. Okay, from that tour all the way on to Until This Is It, my dad was his background singer, Dorian Holley. And my parents decided that they were going to take me on the road. And it wasn't until about like 3rd grade that my school was like, listen, we need homegirl to be in class. I spent a lot of time on the road with them and have some incredible stories and some incredible memories. My mom was showing me some video footage like of the concerts, stuff that's never been seen, like, and seeing the movie is just making me feel really nostalgic. And I don't know, do people care about this kind of stuff? Like, if there's things you want to know, if you have questions about a strange experience like that, put them in the comments. If not, if you could care less, I don't know. I think it's cool, and I love Michael Jackson like the rest of the world. So
sister's doing all right. Same time, I know trauma stories. You think their brother would have had his daughter around Michael Jackson if he was a weirdo like they were trying to say? They were trying to purport our brother to be some type of demon and devil because he was doing good business and he was on things. You can't have a Negro owning white folks' catalogs and stuff like that. That's what it was about. That's what it was always about. They had this sister around Michael Jackson background saying for all the tours, and they can't say, ain't nobody coming out to me, oh my gosh, he was a monster. What? So yeah, this is the truth. She grew up, she looked happy, healthy. And she's, trying not to get clout per se, because she could have been said, hey, I was around Michael Jackson when he died. When he passed away, she could have tried to lob that and get some clout. You know what I'm saying? She finally probably saying something about it now. She just feels compelled because Michael Jackson's that guy. I'm seeing videos of people from India and all these places doing the moonwalk. They're doing do you remember the time? The dance sequence, y'all know that, the one where they be getting, they what I'm saying, they be doing their thing. You see all that because Michael Jackson was that guy. And he's the only artist to date, that had white women fainting left and right. And some men. Wouldn't do nothing, just be on the stage. Y'all remember those times? For my 80s, I say 60s, 70s, 80s, and some 90s babies. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Michael Jackson would just be on stage, wouldn't move, and the white girls get over him and they'd be fainting. They had to carry him out of the stadiums every time, everywhere he went. They was carrying him out. He was that guy, and we're not gonna let them tell us who he was. Shout out to this lovely sister. And now, let's get into it, B1 family, because we're gonna do two parts. It's us versus everybody. It's the lineage versus everybody. That's how it's been. That's how it's always been. We've said it before. We're going to keep saying it again because I don't know when you're seeing this. We still have our B1 family waking up. We got folk trying to balk at us and bark at us and trying to make us feel bad and that, oh, y'all are the problem. Y'all should, look what y'all doing. Like this big beaten-head heifer right here. I'm pretty sure she's a shield for the Democrats, but she's trying to take shots at folk, really FBA, and lying.
I could tell me how many meats Meg Thee Stallion done sucked and how many girls Klay Thompson done fucked, but you couldn't tell me anything about the Voting Rights Act getting tampered with. Our rights are literally getting stripped from us, and y'all worried about 2 millionaires and their relationship problems. We're going backwards in history. It's not finna be no more Meg and Clay. It's finna be Master and Slave.
I'm quite certain she's a Democratic shield. No, we can still vote. What's happening is your Democratic slave masters, your masters, can no longer ostracize black folk into a certain demographic of area where they can take all those votes and make it a guaranteed win for them. No. What the Republicans are doing, which it's backhanded, but what the Republicans are doing is putting the word, hey, it's going to be hard for you just to say, oh, well, the black folk, they're going to be there. We're not going to be a guaranteed voter block for you. We've showed you that before. Kamala lost. And to let you know, we don't rock with her still, folk are pulling up. It's pull-up season. Shout out to Melrose Mike. He's on YouTube for those who want to go and subscribe to that brother's channel. Black Alpha pulled up on Kamala. Their sisters pulling up, and I hope some of my sisters pulled up on Jasmine Crockett. They called her out down there in Texas. It's pull-up season everywhere. We don't care. If you somewhere and it's a public event, we pulling up. And we checking you. We not doing that vote blue, no matter who. F you. We're not doing that. It does nothing for us. If you ain't coming talking tangibles, we don't want to talk. This ain't Tevin Campbell. Can we talk? No, we can't. Unless you talk about a check or an anti-black hate crime bill, I don't want to talk because ain't no conversation to be had. And she's not the only one that's having problems. So they're trying to kill him, Mike. They're trying to blame him for what's going on right now.
They are cooking Michael Render over on Threads. He says, Americans, we got work to do at and beyond the polls this year, no matter what. Plot, plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize. And they're not hearing it. Get out of here. You helped get us here. We're not listening to you. You smelling like Van Jones. With all due respect, Mike, not you, and not right now. Read the room. Nobody's trying to hear from you. You are a catalyst for Trump being elected. Ooh.
And I want you to see more. And glad. Good. If Commandment would have got in, we would have been swamped with immigrants. It's already bad enough. It's already bad enough as it is. They would have gave them everything. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to put a law in there where they can just come in there into our homes and force us out. That's how deviously demonic the Democrats are. I wouldn't be surprised they did that. They gave the Asians a hate crime bill. And they try to lie to us and say, that's not what it is. If you're a black person, you sneeze in the direction of Asian, they'll be like, oh, it's hate crime. And gaffle you up. But we got brothers in New York that can't get a bottle of wine without getting punched on.
Because listen, you helped them do this. Now you want to act like you care. You can't stand. We can't stand. And you are worse than this. You helped undo Stacey Abrams. All her work in Georgia.
She wasn't doing nothing. Stacey wasn't doing nothing. Stacey wasn't doing nothing. All that, these got to be tethers and shields. It's got to be tethers and shields. FBA, we don't care. We like, look, let the chips fall where they may. If we can't all be equally comfortable, we will all be equally uncomfortable. And I'm okay with that. I know you're okay with that because now the playing field is level. Now we can see who's been hiding money. Now we can see what the Den's been doing. There's no reason the Somalis should be out here banking a billion of our tax dollars. And we can't get grants. We got a loan for you. No, there's supposed to be grants. There's programs for this, right? I see it on the books. There's programs. Yeah, well, the money's all gone. What? Already? Y'all just opened the application process. The application window just opened up. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, we don't give a damn.
Georgia. Look, the very voices that advocated loudly not to vote for Hillary and Kamala enabled Trump to appoint 3 Supreme Court justices, and you can see the rest. You support
Hillary not Hillary. We didn't need that. Or Kamala. We didn't need that. I don't see the problem what he did. And this what pissed me off. So that was his sister. She makes not a sweet potato pie, it's called a sweet potato thing out in Dallas. And I've had it. It's good. It's delicious. And I remember her posting on IG one time that I'm voting for Kamala because she sits down to pee like me. Something to that effect. And I was like, that's it? You're a business owner. Out of all the things you could have said, all the things you could have said to justify you voting for who you wanted to vote for, or saying this is what I stand on, because she's sitting down to pee like you. Not, oh, hey, there's going to be allocation of grants for small Black women owned, even if you just went women owned businesses, Black women, this, that, whoop, 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 where you could benefit and get an alley-oop to expand and scale up. She sits down to pee. Okay.
Did these people go to HELL? Disrespectfully, bruh. We don't need you. Where Jill Stein? Killer Mike Rinder. I'm telling you, people are mad. And look, they bring up everybody else. You already saw Van Jones' name pop up. Ice Cube, Nick Cannon, Snoop, Nelly. All you MAGA nut rappers.
They're like, he's a Simpsons meme. They probably Tethers. I'm just going to assume we're going to err on the side of caution and call them Tethers. We're just going to say they're Tethers. And so, I hope everything passes the way it's supposed to so we can get y'all the paint. I'm ready for that grant money to be reallocated and we can actually apply and get it this time instead of it going to Somalis where they can bank $1 billion for empty buildings of children they're watching. I'm waiting for that. I'm going to love it. Oh, I'm going to love it. Because then me and you can apply. Let's say you win the grant money, cool. But I know it's going to go to my FBA brother or sister. And not some immigrant tether who's going to be scamming. I'm down for that. I am down for that. And for those of you who got a problem with what we said because you're intersectionalist, this is what they think about you. And this is one thing I'm glad we're delineating and why we're delineating, because I get tired of seeing content like this.
Fried chicken, Jollibee fried chicken. What do you want?
Now look what it says. When you bring your Black boyfriend to your Filipino mom's house. Look at that facial structure. That's a Latino. That's a Latino. Flat blackness, no, we're not doing it no more. That's a Latino. This is disrespectful. I've had Jollibee. Just to let you know, I've had Jollibee. It's cool. It's pretty good. But fried chicken and the way it's been done has been cultivated and coined by us. Everyone else has been doing a version of it. Like when they say the Korean fried chicken is the best. And the white man had to check that lesbian chicken, say, yeah, Black GIs taught them how to do that. We give people the sauce, and then they come, they do their thing on it, but we're the foundational Black Americans. If we don't put you on game, you're not going to get it right. You're not going to get it right. You got to get in. We got to put you on game first. Then you can build on top of that and make it your own thing. There's a place called Kuru or something like that. It's a Filipino chicken, and they don't use typical flour. It's kind of like a rice flour or something like that. It's good chicken. It's good chicken. When it's all said and done, that spot up there in Macon, Tennessee, Gus's, yeah, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. That skillet fried chicken, made with love, tender love and care. Man, come on now. That's where it's at. But this nonsense, yeah, that's why we don't do flat blackness no more. And she's supposed to be happy because this dude like what's that former baseball player, Sammy Sosa. This dude like Sammy Sosa. He look Cuban. Is he Cuban? No, he look Cuban. He don't look Dominican. He look Cuban to me. Yeah, my Black boyfriend, your Cuban boyfriend. All right. Flat blackness is dead. It's gonna stay dead because don't do nothing for us. Like I said, it's us versus everybody. That's the mess we got to deal with. And then these other folk who like, oh, we all the same. We all the same. You know what I'm saying? Why you act like we so different? Because we are. Because we are. Like this mess right here. We ain't doing this. Hold on. Hold on. We ain't doing this. That is so fucking. No dignity, no self-respect. We ain't doing no shit like that, bro. No. We ain't doing no shit like that. We ain't doing no shit like this either. And she's Igbo. This chick's Igbo. But we look, we can't build with these folk, man. We can't build with these folk. We not doing no mess like that, bro. I couldn't live with myself doing it, man. I couldn't live with myself doing that, man, because talking about art and all that stuff. This man got that's the norm. We ain't doing no mess like that, B1 family. No, it don't get no better. Because when they tell us, oh, we need to go back, and it's love over there, especially Ghana. This brother, he went to Ghana, and look what they did to him.
Taking advantage of people out on the street. Look, they all in my bag, they searching me. But they ain't gonna stop a white and a Chinese person. This dude right here, he a little rude. He a little rude right here. But this dude right here, look at him. He was going crazy for no reason. And I'm not, yo, bro, you gotta be better than that. You gotta be, I don't like you. But you cool. Yo, stop the Chinese and the white people. This dude, you a bad dude. You're not a good person. You are not a good person. You're not a good person. Nah, you're wrong. You're not a good person.
And I'm not going over there. I'm not going over there for this. That's what you're going over there for? To get gaffled up? They money in your pocket to see what you got? Trying to get your money. Because really that's what that is. That's what that's about. We got what they looking at you like, we got this one. Let's do it. And if you try to do the resistance, they can kill you. And what's gonna happen? Ain't nobody gonna know. We ain't heard nothing about that sister who got unalived over there in Tanzania. And the longest, right? It's been like what, a week and a half now? We ain't heard nothing. Nothing. So yeah, I'm cool. I'm too cool. I ain't got time for none of that. And these people are beyond hypocritical. Because remember that one chick that was talking about, oh, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where's the Afro bees, the this, that, and other, and the Tether was like, well, why y'all don't want to listen to this and this, that, and the third? Let me show you these hypocrites, man. I'm probably mute the music in and out because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Why not? So they understand, hey, this is our event. That's an event for, sound like Caribbeans or Africans, whatever, for non-FBAs, possibly a bunch of Tethers, to listen to their music, the music they like. This white one's like, well, let's play some Taylor Swift or something, some Avril Lavigne. No. So this nonsense that they don't get and understand why we like, yeah, we don't want to listen to that. That's not our thing. Y'all should get on board. Why y'all don't want? They understand that. This is why it's us against everybody. The lineage versus everyone. We have no friends. And the great thing about that is we fortify ourselves, so we only have to deal with in-house issues. For the longest time, we've been overly exhausted and overly extended because we've been dealing with the white supremacists. Out-house issues with the Tethers. They've been undermining us. And then we have our in-house issues with the coons. And so we're fighting three fronts. You fighting the war on three fronts, is a fool's errand. You're going to get exhausted. They're going to wear you out because they have one common enemy. White supremacists, they want us gone by any means necessary. Tethers, they want to replace us. And the in-house coons, they want to be next to the white folk, lording over the tethers. So you have the trifecta going on. That means it's like getting jumped. You got to watch behind you, in front of you, and on the side of you. Eventually, you're going to get caught, and you're going to get put out of there. So I'm glad we've delineated and we've done what we've been doing, because we are now getting to a point where we can start working on in-house issues, calling out more coons and collaborators, and getting them out of the paint and getting them out of our way so we can have the progress we deserve. Our lineage is blood, sweat, and tears, fortified and founded this country, created the wealth. We're owed a debt. And there's too many motherfuckers with their hands out in the way. Way too many. So now I want to turn your attention to ChatGPT. B1 family. Because in Memphis, there's two mayors. Lee Harris, Shelby County mayor, which Memphis is a part of Shelby County. And there's Paul Young, which is the Memphis mayor. And I was like, why is it like this? That don't make sense to me. I don't understand why I do this. So we're going to go through ChatGPT and we're going to let it do what it do. And before we get into that, real quick though, I want to talk about a Black-owned business out there in the DMV that I support heavily. I say support heavily, I support heavily. Talley Twine. Yeah, I support them heavily. That's one. It's the Black Rose. Let me give a little wipe. A little wipe down, you know what I'm saying? It's the Black Rose from Talley Twine. And then I got the canvas joints, the canvas bands. I got an all black joint from Talley Twine. Let me wipe that down. Black owned. These are very affordable watches. This was the second watch I got from. This was the first because, I'm a Leo, fire sign. So red is my primary favorite color. So I got this red and gold joint. Let me wipe it down real quick. I need to get batteries for 3 of these. That's how long I've had these watches. Love this one. With the canvas bands, what I like to do with these is I'll switch it up. You can take these off, clean them, or you can switch the bands and low key make a whole different style. A watch, which I find fire. And I don't know if they're still doing the canvas bands. I haven't bought a watch in a while. I ain't had no bread to buy a watch. Man, we just got the wife's vehicle a couple days ago. Did a good job picking it out for her. Then my kids are getting tall. My 13-year-old, he's almost as tall as me. You see that? Now that's player. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can do that. I'm supposed to get a blue one. Blue canvas one. I ain't did it yet. You can do I got a pair of shoes that actually matches the motif of this watch. I missed a whole other loop. It's crazy. Oh man. But yeah, you can, you know what I'm saying, mix and match things and gotta have your own little look. I actually got a pair of shoes that do match this. Like it's black, red, gold. Only thing it's missing is white. But that's most definitely a Black-owned brand. Two brothers out of DMV. Literally, Talley Twine is a street. It's a intersecting street. They've been doing that thing for years. Very nice pieces, man. Very good weight on them. They use the same movement that Citizen Watch use. And I'm waiting on them because I think they did a post either last year or the year before. They went over to Switzerland, which is, Swiss timepieces. That Swiss movement is vaunted. It's a goated movement. So I look forward to those brothers doing the dang thing. They've been doing custom builds for people. For Pop-Tarts, they've done one for, I think, one of the schools that had had some types of a sports event. It was a bowl, and they did watches for Falcon and Stout that they got ordered. So they do that type of stuff too. So B1 Family, tap in with them. I love their work, and I look forward to what they have in the future. Now let's get into this Chat GPT. I want to take me off screen because I want you guys to see this with me out the way. Can I make this? I cannot get that out the way. Okay. Either way it goes. So I asked the first question: how long has Memphis, Shelby County had 2 mayors? Short answer: Memphis, Shelby County has effectively had 2 mayors since 1976, so about 50 years. So, okay, so it's not new. I thought it was a new phenomenon, but it's not. Now, here's why. Now, I'm going to let you read this with me. We're going to talk it through, and we're going to listen to it and see if it makes sense at any point in time. Memphis, the city, has its own mayor and city government. Cool. Shelby County, which includes Memphis and surrounding areas, Bartlett, Lakeland, Oakland, Collierville, Germantown, boom, also has its own county mayor. A key turning point. In 1976, Shelby County created the modern county mayor position when Roy Nixon became the first one. Now, for those of you who are confused, I don't know if any other states are doing this or any other cities are doing this. I know in Texas, we have a county commissioner, not a county mayor. Before that, the county didn't have a mayor in the same way it used a different structure like commissioners. County commissioner, that makes sense. Why are there 2 mayors? Memphis and Shelby County are not consolidated governments. The city runs city services, police, fire, streets, etc. The county runs county-wide services, courts, health, regional planning, etc. Because they stayed separate, a consolidation vote failed in 1962, so they tried to bring them together. Both governments kept their own executive leader, hence 2 mayors at the same time. Bottom line, since 1976, so 50 years. Boom, boom, boom. If you want, I can break down what each mayor actually controls. We won't need that. We won't need that. There's a sister, our sister Z Shanae on TikTok. I share with you guys. She actually has a YouTube. I don't know what it is, so I'm waiting on her to tell me so I can start doing collaborations with her and her content and start building her content up, because this sister is on it. She knows. She know how to get it, get the information, break it down, disseminate it, and she's on the eye. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, yeah, we're going to show her some love and help build her platform, because they've taken her stuff down a couple times on TikTok. I asked, why was this done? Would it not be more economical to have a 1 mayor city council? It seems like 1 mayor would be cheaper, but Memphis, Shelby County kept 2 governments on purpose. The short answer: politics, power, and priorities outweigh the potential savings. Okay. Remember that. Remember that. Why Memphis and Shelby County stayed separate? A consolidation attempt already failed. 1962, we know about that. It was rejected at the ballot box. Reasons people voted no. Suburban areas didn't want Memphis controlling everything. Concerns about taxes rising. Fear of losing local control over schools, zoning, and policing. There is 2 different police departments. Shelby County Police have really nice Dodge Durangos and Chevy Suburbans, not Suburban, well, Chevy Tahoes. They don't have Suburbans. They don't need that. Chevy Tahoes, and their Chargers look nice, and Memphis vehicles, unless you got one of the new blue Memphis vehicles, which is the Ford Escape, not Escape, but the Ford Explorer. You got that old Charger from yesteryear. You got that old Charger from yesteryear. So you know where the money's going. But we'll get into that later. Let's not jump ahead. Different constituencies equals different priorities. You don't say. The city of Memphis and Shelby County serve overlapping but different populations. Now remember, I said, hey, we're going to read this together and we're going to see if it makes sense. Memphis mayor focuses on city policy, city police and fire, infrastructure, streets, blight, urban issues. County mayor focuses on courts, jails, health department, regional services, serve Memphis plus suburbs. Suburbs. Suburbs like Collierville, Germantown, Bartlett. Don't forget Lakeland and Oakland, etc. Don't want Memphis making decisions for them. I just need y'all to keep reading that and understanding it. We know what they're saying. Us B1 family, FBA fam. I'm gonna put myself back on screen because I'm doing hand gestures and doing my Tethers, but y'all don't see me. I'm doing stuff like this. You ain't seeing me as I'm chopping it up with you. But we see what they're doing. Number 3, race and political power played a major role. What? I ain't got no purse clutch. Hold on. Y'all don't, first off, don't clown me about these. This back in the Pan-African days, but I didn't buy from Pan-Africanists per se. I bought this from a brother from Louisiana. He handmade these, and this I know because I broke them, and he had a guarantee on his work. He made it with tiger wire. When I broke them, he said, "Man, bring them to me. I'll fix them." And he fixed them for me. So hold on. I bought a set too because it was clean. You can't tell me this ain't clean. You can't tell me this ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? I like earth tones, but race and political power played a major role. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Oh, y'all, the shirt, by the way. Y'all know the shirt. Put it back on because what? Working out, your boy was able to get back in this joint. That's why it's back on now. You know. But it's more heavy. I forgot how heavy this was. It's been a minute. I forgot how heavy this was. This was authentic. Real deal. Shout out to that brother. You can't separate this from history. No, you can't. Thank you, Chat GPT. I appreciate you. Memphis has a majority Black population. Surrounding suburbs historically had different demographics and voting patterns. I wonder what that demographic is. Remember what they say up here? Suburbs like Collierville, Germantown, Bartlett, Lakeland, Oakland, don't want Memphis making decisions for them. Consolidation raised concerns, especially mid-20th century. Who would control the unified government? Will city voters dominate county decisions? But Shelby County is making decisions for Memphis. Remember, XAI's data center is in Memphis. The Shelby County Health Department, the interim director, who was assigned by Lee Harris, was signing off permits for the second one that was built with the gas turbines. Remember that? We talked about that. We bringing it all together, B1 family. I'm giving you as much game as I can. So if you got something going on in your city, you can go and chat GPT and learn how to ask it the right questions to get the right info. So when it's time to confront these Negroes, these Democratic shields, these Democrats that are, we're the party of Black folk, you can put in their face saying, what about this, this, and this? And get it so they can get the hum and him. And no, I need my glasses when I do my old Negro. Yeah, no, I need my. We have legislation we're gonna put in there for you, but we got some catfish nuggets outside, young brother. Got me sweating. Oh Lord. Security, get him out of here. He said, you causing good trouble. We just want to glom all the resources for us, make Whitey happy, and die. I mean, you can put them on that back pedal. That's what this is about. We need tools. We need the info so we can call them out. Those tensions made consolidation politically difficult. Money isn't as simple as one mayor equal cheaper. In theory, yes, fewer governments can mean savings because there's 13 people on city council and 13 people on county council, 26 people on salary, plus the 2 mayors, 28 people on salary, taxpayer money. Why? Why? But in reality, you need department staff infrastructure. It's been going on for 50 years. You couldn't figure it out in 50 years. Merging systems is expensive and complex. When you have outdated old computers that are running Windows 98, I guess it would be. And B1 family, I got my vehicle registered. I was in that daggum long ass line early that morning. I thought I was gonna be in and out. One of the first people. Old ass line, old ass building on Appling. Yes, go look it up on Appling next to the jail. And the line was long as hell. This building's been there forever. You got 4 people in there with these old ass computers to deal with. I think it was like 50 of us. First thing in the morning, line around the corner, and the line never went down. You just kept moving, and they only had one place to seat, one place to sit. There was one little rest bench in between all that, and they can only sit 3 people. And then they can only let in about, I think they can let in about 20 people at a time, max. So that line just stayed long. Whoever's at the end, it just stayed out there. Yeah, okay. Savings often get offset by harmonizing salaries, equalizing services across the region. You have 50 years to do this. You have 50 years to plan. And shout out to our sister Shanae. Nashville had 2, and they consolidated. Then again, who's in Nashville? Many studies nationwide show consolidation doesn't always bring big cost savings. Cities that do consolidate, for comparison, places like Nashville, Davidson County, and Louisville, merge city plus county government successfully. Oh, so it can be done. Why they succeeded? More political alignment. I wonder why. Less suburban resistance at the time. I wonder why. Strong push for regional growth strategy. White folk were in control. Now, we've seen what's going on with MSCS, if you've been following, and I'm going to do an update on that. I wouldn't want them Negroes in control either. All right, I'm going to say for the black denizens, no. However, they did have a solid mayor in Memphis. And I'm going to go to their sister's page, and I'm going to get her to tell you about it because she's going to break it all the way down. Once again, we've only been here for a little bit over a year. I don't know all the history, and I'm not going to go try to find it and make it up and then miss something and miss a step. We don't do misinformation over here. We're going to get somebody who knows what it is. We're going to present it to the B1 family. Hopefully, I get a YouTube channel so we can make it a collaboration on there so she can get that credit as well and be able to have her page seen and grow. So, would one mayor be more economical? Maybe, but not guaranteed. You just said it was successful up here, but ChatGPT is not a person, so it's not going to. It's just going to lay all the information out. Potential benefits: less duplication, admin, leadership. Yes. Unified planning, transportation development. Yes, because Memphis PD have the trashiest vehicles. Memphis streets have trash ass streets, but you go into Collierville. Can't say the same. And in Cordova, recently, as the election is coming up this week on Tuesday, this is the last day to vote. It's for the local election. They're starting to pave the roads and make them look smooth and nice again, put new lines down. I'm not lying to you. These sorry jokers are waiting that late. They could have been did this last year, but anyway. Stronger regional strategy. Potential downsides. Loss of local control, political fights over resource allocation, rural suburban areas subsidizing urban needs, or vice versa. Political fights over resource allocation. Remember resource allocation. We're gonna get to that. Bottom line, Memphis, Shelby County didn't consolidate because white folk didn't want it. Voters rejected it. Suburbans wanted independence. They want independence from Memphis, but Remember that. Resource allocation. Suburbans wanted independence. Just follow me, because it's a dirty game. It's us versus everybody. Political and racial dynamics made it contentious, Lord. The cost savings weren't convincing enough. If you want, I can break down. No. It's also say does. Does Memphis taxes benefit Shelby County? Short answer, not directly, but indirectly, yes. Memphis taxes mainly fund Memphis. Shelby County benefits only in certain shared or spillover ways, not as a direct transfer. Okay, I'm following. City taxes stay in the city, mostly. All right, I'm still following. Taxes paid to the city of Memphis, like city property tax, go toward Memphis police and fire. City schools, historically and now via funding structures, streets, sanitation, blight removal, city infrastructure. That money is not handed over to Shelby County government. Okay, I get that. County taxes are separate. Residents in Memphis also pay county taxes to Shelby County. Hold on. Resource allocation. Remember that. I told you, remember that, right? Resource allocation. Now, what did it just say? Residents in Memphis also pay county taxes to Shelby County. That funds courts and jail system, health department, the same health department that is okay with XAI having two databases in Memphis, in the south, I think southeast side of Memphis, with gas turbines that signed off on the okay. Let's put it together. If you want to know how Memphis got to where it is now, this is how it's been laid out, and that's for a reason. County schools outside Memphis, municipal districts, regional services. So Memphis residents are double taxed, city plus county, while suburban residents usually pay county plus their own smaller city taxes. This is a dirty game, family. It's a dirty game. It's a filthy game. Lineage versus everybody. I don't care if you are, quote, part of the lineage. If you are a SEAL, if you are a Democratic do-boy, if you're a Republican demon, I don't care. If you are actively working against my people, you are not. You're the enemy. I got a problem with you. Where Memphis does benefit the county indirectly, it's where things get real. So ChatGPT, I think, got a sense of humor now. This is where things get real. Economic engine effect. Memphis is the economic hub of the county. It is. Jobs, tourism, logistics, FedEx. Everybody knows FedEx is in Memphis because its population is split between the country. It's equal from side to side. So for the west coast of Memphis, it's generally the same number of people from the east coast to Memphis. That creates sales tax revenue, property value growth, business activity. So Memphis is benefiting folk. Is the counties the tether? Is Shelby County basically the tether of Memphis? That's what it ain't that what tethers do? They would use us as a financial base, whether they were Asian or Indian. And I got a short I'm coming with later on. Shout out to this brother. Because these Indians that own these subways, nasty work. But I love it. The spirit and the energy that's been showing down there in Texas and Houston with Quanell X and Dr. Candace Matthews. Oh, that energy has been transferred. The ancestors making sure it's bouncing everywhere. We're tired of it. We're tired of tethers. Tether fatigue is real. So that broader economic activity raises the tax base for the entire county. So Memphis is benefiting Shelby County. But nothing in Shelby County is benefiting Memphis. Well, people come and shop. Do they really shop like that? Or do they go back to their county where they live? Because you got groceries and it's getting off work. You're not going to want to shop in Memphis knowing you live in Collierville, because during rush hour traffic, that 20-minute ride home is about an hour now because everybody trying to get home. So now you got refrigerated goods getting hot in your vehicle. Even if you got the AC on, they still come up to room temp at the very least. So you're going to go back home to your county, close by the nearest grocery store, whether it's Walmart or Target or wherever you shop, and then you're going to go home. So Memphis, Black folk, FBA Memphians are benefiting everybody else and get nothing in return but contempt. That's what it seems like to me. B1 family, could I be wrong? You're reading it with me, right? You're reading it with me, right? I just want to make sure. So shared infrastructure and services. Some things funded in Memphis benefit everyone. Of course it does. Major roads and transit corridors, hospitals and trauma centers, courts, county run, but heavily used by Memphis cases. The county runs the courts, but it's heavily used by Memphis cases. If that ain't working uphill, if the Black Memphian family, I see why y'all feel the type of way. Uphill battle all the way around. It's an uphill battle all the way around. All the way around. Damn. Sales tax distribution. Tennessee sales tax gets distributed across jurisdictions. Because Memphis generates a large share of retail activity, some of that revenue flows into county level funding formulas, benefits suburban municipalities indirectly. The same folk who didn't want Memphis to, quote, have any say or any control or what they got going on, don't mind getting some of that revenue slid off to them. You can slide that money over the way, but I want you to have me say, so what I got going over here. That's Tether. That's basically a tether. That's what a tether does. Hey, yeah, I don't want you benefiting on what I got going over here, but you got enough food to come give me some, and I'm gonna add it to my food I already got, and I'm not gonna bring you nothing back. You should be okay with that. It's a sick world we live in, B1 family, but I'm glad we're fighting back. Why this becomes controversial? People on both sides feel a way about it. It picked up on our culture. We are the culture. Feel a way. That's us. That's how we talk. Memphis perspective. We generate the revenue, but don't get proportional investment back. Higher service burdens, crime, poverty, infrastructure wear. So money goes out of the city into these other counties. They get lifted up. Rising tide lifts all boats. And nothing comes back. I know some of y'all know the saying, like, you can't take no beans out the bean pot if you ain't putting no beans in. Who old enough to remember that one? Suburban perspective. We pay county taxes too, but don't want Memphis police policies controlling us. Concerned about the subsidizing city challenges. Y'all pay less taxes and you get revenue slid your way. Shelby County ain't kicking back nothing and saying, hey, look, we got what we need out of that. Here's some money back. There ain't no cash back. This ain't a credit card. Ain't no cash back. What the hell are they talking about? Bottom line, Memphis taxes fund Memphis first. Shelby County taxes fund countywide services, but Memphis economy helps generate revenue that benefits the whole county. So my B1 FBA Memphians are the battery, the backbone, the foundation of Shelby County. And what they get for it, utter contempt, disrespect, and economic castration for it. Don't nobody go to the Bass Pro Shop over there in that goddamn pyramid. It ain't making enough money. The projected 150 million, 100 to 150 million a year. Bullshit. You knew nobody was coming to see that. White folk don't even want to go see that. You should have put an adventure park in there with a water park in there connected to it. That would have been popping. You really would have generated money, but you would have been generating money in Memphis. And then you got these jokers, Paul Young, who's basically a puppet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't good for nothing. Yeah, the XAI is going to bring more jobs. What jobs? I ain't heard nobody tell me they work at XAI, the data center. I ain't met nobody who said that, not a Memphian. Yeah, I work over there, man. I work on, you know, so I make sure the network is good. That's what I do. And there's 2 data centers. Remember that. The second one's bigger than the first one. I ain't heard nobody say nothing like that. But Memphis is supposed to be the financial battery for everybody else. Hell no. So, no direct transfer, but strong indirect benefit. B1 family, this is the BS we deal with. As foundational Black Americans, this has been going on for the longest time. When they say white supremacy is 100 years ahead, it thinks 100 years, 500 years, 1,000 years down the line, that's what they do. But we now have technology and no excuse to not figure out what's going on and cut it off at the knees. We got kneecap because they trying to run away. Cut them off at the knees. Drag their ass back, and we need to get what's owed to us. Memphis should not be in the state it's in, but you got these Democratic do-boys and the white supremacists collaborating to make sure they economically starve Memphians, which removes work opportunities, which drives up poverty and crime, while living on outskirts, enjoying the fruits of Memphians' labors, the ones who do work out here and have viable incomes. Disheartening. But I know when I first got to Memphis, I was telling some young bulls over there at Riley's, not too far down the road from me. I said, I don't believe Memphis is just a bad place, man. It don't make sense to me. Not my people. Not my people. It don't make sense to me. Nah, my people just bad. My FBA brothers and sisters just bad. It don't make sense to me. And now you see why it doesn't make sense. B1 family, I appreciate all you. Thank you for showing all the love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. If you haven't subscribed and you're new here, until next time, it's B1 and FBA all day.